I'm David Schlager. Find out what dual event St. Charles residents hope to take advantage of this weekend. That story coming up. After the demolition of the old Noah's Ark Hotel, find out what St. Charles County has done with the land. Coming up on LUTV News, I'm David Schlager. News, find out the cause behind a charity run despite these freezing temperatures. For that story, I'm David Schlager. Find out what Highway Patrol plans to do to keep drivers safe this holiday season. For LUTV News, I'm David Schlager. Coincidentally, Oktoberfest will also mark the 15th anniversary of the opening of Frontier Park along the St. Charles riverfront. What used to be the old Noah's Ark Hotel is now luxury condos to St. Charles residences, new restaurants like Toscano's Brazilian Grill, and the groundbreaking of a new theater.
The Turkey Bowl combines a high school rivalry and a homecoming reunion. The very first game of the prep sports season starts off with a packed house and an intense competition.
Students and graduates of crosstown high school rivals get together every year as this edition marked the 22nd annual Turkey Bowl. Just 3 miles apart, St. Charles High and St. Charles West have a regular meeting over the Thanksgiving holiday. The Thanksgiving Eve event begins with a contest between the JV girls and JV boys before the varsity girls and varsity boys square off later in the evening. Players and fans that make up the rivalry grew up with each other, which means bragging rights are highly sought after.
A friendly rivalry, and you come together and everybody's friends, you talk to everybody, but it's nice to say, hey, this is how we start off the season, and you'll see them the next day, and it's nice to kind of rub it in their face a little bit.
St. Charles High School opened in 1918 as the only school in St. Charles. Community growth led to overcrowding, and an additional high school was needed. St. Charles West opened in 1977, and the rivalry between High and West was born.
Seeing all the people that come out, there's been times where we've had lines out to the street to try to get in, and it's something that everybody goes to, and it's awesome when we get 1,800 people in the stands and watching it. We definitely fill up the place, and it's been a pleasure to be in it both as a player and as a coach.
The Turkey Bowl is more than a basketball game as former students in the community come together for the Thanksgiving holiday.
Coming back and being able to watch your team beat up, have fun with some friends, hang out with some old people, and being able to enjoy just the high school experience. It's different than what you get at college, but it's great time coming back, kind of a homecoming reunion.
St. Charles High, I'm happy to report that the Pirates took bragging rights home for the first time for the time being. The rematch is set for February 14th, this time at St. Charles West. For LUTV News, I'm David Schlager. That's right, hundreds came out to the Highland Arena to meet the former Olympian. She came to Little University where she inspired many.
U.S. Olympian Shawn Johnson Thursday night. The gold medalist was greeted by hundreds of students and fans. Before she spoke with the crowd, she met with the Lindenwood gymnast team for dinner. They discussed motivation and dedication while also getting to know each other personally.
It's been pretty cool to see her and actually meet with her because yes, we've all seen her, but it's actually kind of cool just to have a one-on-one conversation with her.
Johnson met with fans for a meet and greet where she took pictures and signed autographs. Finished with her gymnastics career, she is now a motivational speaker focused on inspiring young gymnasts.
I would say the main message that I try to get across is just having confidence in yourself, being unique and different, and following your passion or your heart.
After suffering a severe knee injury in a 2010 skiing accident, the gold medalist rehabbed her knee, but after her comeback, she just didn't have the same passion anymore. Johnson said she could have continued, but she didn't think it was fair to the girls under her who had the same desire she had in the 2008 Olympics. The decision to retire was tough because she felt she was letting everybody down, but she knew she couldn't keep going forward as a gymnast.
I literally had the entire world telling me that the decision I was making was wrong, and going against that and trusting your instinct and your heart, it's really difficult. It's terrifying.
Johnson's career was a whirlwind, from winning the gold in Beijing to then retiring at the age of 20 years old. Even though she's retired from competitive gymnastics, through her new career as a role model and an inspirational speaker, she's still making an impact.
Obviously, everyone always watches the Olympics every 4 years, and it's always something that's totally involved in your entire life. So I know when we were all getting ready and having to go pick her up and do these last minute things, we were all like, we're sweating, oh my gosh, she's coming. It makes you feel like a little kid, and it makes you remember the passion and the love for the sport.
Shawn Johnson is retired from gymnastics. She looks forward to her first semester as a college student. She plans to attend Vanderbilt University. For LUTV News, I'm David Schlager. The inaugural season of the Lady Lions gymnastic program had its share of high points and low points in the season, but new head coach Jen Kessler expects more consistency this season. Last year brought the beginning of Lindenwood's new gymnastics program.
New gymnastics head coach Jen Kessler says that while they're young, the experience that they gathered last year will be crucial in this upcoming season.
Starting off where they started last year, or they ended last year, and just continuing to build each meet and just be consistent and have the confidence. And last year they were all freshmen, so this year they have some experience under their belt, so they understand what it's like to be in a college atmosphere.
With an entire school year and off-season together and on similar off-season routines, expectations are higher. Sophomore Danny Fumagalli said the team is just all around more comfortable going into this season.
Going into our very first meets with total confidence and owning it versus going into our very first meets like, oh my gosh, we're the new team, we're the new girls, we're all freshmen, kind of like at a disadvantage.
Sophomore Rachel Zabawa won a national championship on the beams in just her first collegiate season. Zabawa admits that her accomplishments last year changed her off-season perspective.
I was definitely trying to improve my vault and my floor and just like fix the little things that I need to on beam. But I try not to think about it. I just try to take it one day at a time.
The young team is compiled mainly of freshmen and sophomores. Emily Turk has taken on an extra leadership role as the team's lone senior.
I'm so excited. Words cannot explain how excited I am. It's my last year and I really want to go out with a bang and help my team as much as possible.
After an exhibition against Mizzou, the Lady Lions begin the new season January 11th against the University of Minnesota in the Air Force Academy. For LUTV News, I'm David Schlager.